Hey guys, hey. How you doing? Is you doing? Because I'm doing. Today is Friday because it is after midnight, so 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm still awake. I told you guys before I'm on kind of night shift with Matthew again. Tomorrow's our last day. Get Jesus. So I've been kind of doing, 10 things, videos for like, this last week, and I had another one that I thought that I would do, and I thought that I would do 10 things I wish I knew before losing 200 pounds, and I think this one's super important for people just starting out, and a lot of things, I attribute to just weight loss surgery, but I think that this goes for because I lost 72 pounds of it on my own when I was doing Weight Watchers and I was doing the pool, and what it took to get that 72 pounds off, man, that was rough. So if you're new to my channel, this is the first thing that you've seen of me, you can click that lucky subscribe button down there. You know how to do it. You know where it is. I don't need to tell you. And you will see that I make videos several times a week, and you never know what you're gonna get. My channel is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. I like that movie. So I think the first thing I'm gonna talk about is that I really wish I understood what diet gimmicks were. I wish I understood all of the people that you see on all the TV shows and all the fad diet stuff that you constantly see on on the internet, and Nutrisystem and Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers, and then you've got this pill and Phentermine and this pill and this dance here and this shake here. At my highest there wasn't I wasn't introduced to Beachbody, so I would have never tried that anyway. But we had Slim Fast, and of course you drink 2 shakes a day and you have one, and they're always like one what is that? That was like one moderate, decent dinner, but that doesn't work. And the reason shit like that doesn't work is because eventually you're gonna get tired of drinking 2 nasty ass shakes a day and having one measly ass dinner at night. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I get hungry. Like, I don't wanna drink 2 shakes a day. Like, that's no, nope. I want food. Like, I don't want to drink my calories. I didn't like that in the beginning of my journey, and I don't like it now. So as far as like meal replacements, I have learned specifically that to fuel my body, I have to eat multiple times a day. I cannot eat, 2 or 3 times a day and be able to not be completely lethargic and exhausted. So that's the first thing I really wanted to say, is that I really wish that I understood what gimmick diets were like and how they affect you, not only physically but definitely emotionally as well, because you would lose, you put all this money into these dreams, these are dreams. You put all this money into these dreams, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work out. So either you don't really lose much and you're out money, or you lose some and then as soon as you stop taking it, or you get, you don't feel like it anymore, then you gain all that you lost back, and usually more. We had the Atkins diet, now we have keto, now we have, the paleo diet. So I really, really want to say that it is a lifestyle change. It's not a fad diet. I take this off because the thing. If you're only looking to get the easy pounds off, nothing's going to help you. There's nothing. If you're not willing to put the work in that goes along with it, nothing, no pill, no shake, no diet is ever going to really work for you. The second thing that I wanted to talk about was clothing. You don't realize how fast you're going to grow out of clothes. Like one day you're sitting at, I think my highest was like a 48 in jeans, and let's see, my lowest was a 16, and now I'm sitting at a 20, like 18, 20, I don't care, 20, I'm just gonna say 20. And so you don't know how quickly you're going to just drop pant sizes. And luckily for me, I had some really awesome friends that sent me a lot of clothes, but a lot of people don't have that, that support system in place, and a lot of people don't know where to go look. So the easiest place for me to get clothes is Craigslist. People sell bags of clothes for nothing. I love thrift stores. Thrift stores are my jam. So I don't support Goodwill anymore because I know where that money goes, and it's not where you think. I don't really support a lot of the, unless I know exactly where that money's going. I won't go to that thrift store. There's a place called Savers that I like to go, and there's a few other ones. But you can find some awesome deals at thrift stores, and I don't pay full price for clothing. If it's not on almost completely nothing clearance, it doesn't go in my basket. Old Navy is the shiz. If you don't go to Old Navy, they have like sometimes up to 75% off, and you can get, normally a lot of the workout pants, because I kind of live in that stuff, I'll go to the gym all the time. So a lot of the workout pants and stuff that I like to get, and like the shirts and stuff, I'll get for like $4. And they also give a military discount, and they also have other discounts and stuff like that. Like they're always running like, fast cash and stuff like that, where you can get even more off. So I love Old Navy. They're like if I'm going to pay a store money that's not a thrift, I only go to Old Navy, and I will only pick up what's on sale. So they use a huge, and that's for men and women too. They usually have a huge selection of clearance items. So yeah, I would really suggest that you invest in smaller sizes when you finally decide to start losing weight. Another thing that I will talk about is I really wish that I took more pictures. Now, I know that a lot of people are like, I don't want to see myself, and I don't want people to see me. You're going to regret it. I regret not taking a shiz ton more pictures at my highest, because I only have like 2. I was so embarrassed and disgusted with myself at that point in time. I didn't want any pictures, and I missed out. I missed out on a lot of memories. So that's really hard for me. And especially when you start losing a lot of weight, like you want those you want those pictures. You want to be able to see where you started from and where you came from. You want to be able to see that, because sometimes, like, especially for me who's had some regain, going back to your earlier pictures, you're like, okay, well, I know I don't particularly like the way I look now, but look where I came from. Look how far I've come. Another thing that I'll talk about is that compression clothing. A lot of people rely on compression clothing. I like compression pants. I don't like compression shirts. I'm sure compression shirts are really good for other people, but to be honest with you, and it's probably TMI, when I'm being smushed on top, it makes me need to poop. Like, I don't like being smushed. So I usually get the leggings that are bigger, not bigger, Lord, Nirvana, squirrel. I usually get the leggings that are more compression, like tight fit. So I'll get my size, or I'll get a size smaller, and then kind of sausage myself into them. Because number one, it holds all my shit in place. And when you've got a lot of extra skin, you're going to appreciate that. And number two, the way my panaculectomy was done, I have a shelf on top of my stomach, where the stomach, is. And to me, it's very uncomfortable. So it also makes my shirt stick out. It's very strange. So I kind of like longer torso. What is that called? High-waisted pants. That's what I really like, high-waisted pants. I also don't like, I like capris. I don't really like leggings that are that go all the way down to my ankle. I don't really like it because, number one, I'm a little too tall. So even if I get normal women pants, they usually look like high waters anyway, and I don't like that. Another thing that I will talk about is, so I did Weight Watchers. My friend actually had the app. She actually paid for the system itself, and I kind of just followed along with her. And I started off with like 52 points. 52 points. Do you know how hard it is to eat 52 points? It was rough. It was rough. But you're supposed to eat every single one of your points. But the deal with it is that as you start losing weight, you're starting to subtract more and more and more points. And everything has points, except for fruit and vegetables. And so it taught me how to eat things. It taught me how to appreciate what I'm eating. Like, I can have 1 scoop of Ben & Jerry's ice cream for, like 8 points. Or, I can have 2 oranges and, like Yuki. And not Yuki. I could have 2 oranges and, like a Skinny Cow ice cream for like 4 points. And I'd get a big, so, it teaches you portion size. Like 55 goldfish is 1 serving, and I think that's 2 or 4 points. But you learn what to eat and how to eat it, and making better choices. Because for me, being a food addict, being able to eat more of something meant more to me than not. But also with Weight Watchers, you also get more points. I think on the weekend, I think you get like 48 extra points, and then you get extra points if you work out. And since I was working out every single solitary day, there was no way in heck I could eat my food points. I had so many from working out, and then the weekend. But it really taught me how to appreciate eating, and I wish, I kind of think about going back to that now, since I can eat normally. I think about that a lot. Like, maybe I should reinvest and go back into it. But I already know what to do. You see, that's the issue. I already know what I should be doing. I know what portion size is. I just have to actually do it. And that is where it comes in, because what I can eat and what I should eat are always 2 different things. And learning, to eat things that are not comfort food is another thing that I have a hard time with. I struggle a lot with comforting myself, especially when things are rough for me right now. So the last, I want to say week and a half, I think, since I made that video, let me look, week, I have been diligent, and it's still really hard on me. It's still super hard on me to follow. I don't want to say diet. I want to say follow my life change, because that's what it is. You have to be willing to change your life. Another thing that I will talk about is that it was really, really hard on me to look at myself after losing 200 pounds before my panaculectomy. It was very, very hard on me to see all that extra skin and have the rashes and stuff that I did, which now I have underneath my boobs, and I have underneath my armpits, and I have in between my thighs, but I don't have it underneath my stomach anymore because that piece is gone. But, you know, a lot of people don't have the money to get the tons of surgery that you would need when losing this kind of weight. I mean, you know, I can't, you know, I don't have the money to chop that off myself. So, you know, if your insurance won't pay for that, that's something that you have to think about too, because you're going to have extra skin. You're just going to have it. Like, there's no way to get around it. And you're going to have a lot of it. You know, if you're not willing to go to the gym and tone up, if you're not willing to put on compression clothing, if you're not willing to pay a lot of money for all that, it's going to be a hard time. It's going to be a real hard time looking in the mirror and seeing all that extra skin. And you have to learn to love yourself the way you are. That's one of the hardest things that, you know, I've had to deal with, is learning to love what I have and appreciate what I have. Because it's easy to be like, oh, I look gross, I look disgusting, I look nasty because I have, you know, a double chin, and, you know, I have arm meats, and, you know, I my stomach pokes out a lot. It's really easy for me to be like, oh, I look so fucking gross and disgusting, ew. You gotta learn to love what you got, because that's what you got, baby. Like, that's all that's left. You know, if you're waiting to love yourself after you get all this surgery, if that's what you're waiting for, you're gonna be a really, really sad person, because a lot of people can't afford it, like me. And I don't want to spend all of my life being like, I'm gross, I'm disgusting, ew, look at my skin. I don't want to feel bad about myself, so that's why I don't hide my arms, and that's why when people are looking at me, I don't shy away, and that's why I do these videos and stuff like this, because I'm not gonna spend any more time than I already did at my highest hiding myself and being unappreciative of the life that, you know, I'm living, because I am living. You know, that's one thing I wanted to kind of touch on, is that, you know, body acceptance and loving yourself is a huge deal. You know, I talk about regain all the time. I talk about how easy it is to regain, and it's not just weight loss surgery patients that have to worry about it. Everybody does. You know, if you're prone to gaining weight in the beginning, you know, those fat cells are still there. So, you know, that's the way I'm just going to put it. Your fat cells are still there. That even if you've shrunken down, they can come right back. Like, it knows where to go. Your body will put it where it wants to go. And when I started gaining weight, you know, it started putting more in my arms, and it started putting more on the top of my stomach, because that bottom piece is gone. So it couldn't inflate that, and it started putting more in my boobs and more in my thighs, more in my butt, where normally it would have filled out my penises, but it's gone. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about, is when you do get surgery of that kind, your body will redistribute the fat that you would normally gain in that area. A lot of people who have regained get bigger boobs. You know, a lot of people, you know, get your little chin meats. You know, you can see it in their face. You know, your body will always distribute that fat somewhere else. So just because they remove skin doesn't mean that if you gain weight, it's not magically gonna, you know, go away. It'll just put itself somewhere else, like your booty, in weird places like your feet and your hands, your arms, wherever it can. If you're predisposed to being overweight, well. And another thing that I'll talk about is that I was not prepared to work as hard as I do. I was not prepared. There's no way to prepare me at my highest. When I first, like, really, you know, I was like, I'm gonna die if I don't do something. And I know a lot of people don't have that factor, you know, a lot of people don't have that over their head. But for me, that's what it took. It took me being on death's door. That's what it took. It took me almost, you know, dying for me to be able to be like, okay, well, you better do something. And I was not prepared how hard this would be for me. I was not prepared. I think about that a lot. I was like, you know, as much as I work out and as much as I have to watch what I eat and work out and work out and work out and work out and still not get the results that I want, that is very, very hard for me because, you know, you're taught, well, I was, you know, always taught that, you know, if you work out and you eat good, then you're going to lose all your weight. Well, yeah, about that. That is not always the case because some of us, you know, don't have a great metabolism, and some of us, you know, are genetically crappy. Are genetically crappy. And I've told you guys before, my entire family is very overweight. I have very little people in my family that are not overweight, and a lot of my family. I have many in my family who have either gotten the gastric bypass or the sleeve because we are just our genes. And yeah, that sucks. But it's what you do with it. I mean, you could throw your hands up in the air and be like, well, you know, God made me to be fat, so I might as well just be fat. Or you can work hard and work hard every day and work hard for the rest of your life to try to combat it. And that's what I'm trying to do. So I think that's about it. Yeah, that's enough for right now. So I hope everybody's doing really well. And it's almost the weekend, so that's good. I love you, beautiful, gorgeous, amazing faces, and I will talk to you guys very, very, very soon. Mwah. Bye.